Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live Weather Authority coverage starts right now.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. We have heavy snow across the state, and that is going to continue as we head into the afternoon as well, before eventually lighting up later on this afternoon and evening. So tell me, how are you guys planning on taking on this storm? You staying at home? You making some soup? What are you guys doing? Talk to me now, because I have another cut-in coming up around 7:59, so maybe you can join me. Yeah, I have a little bit of a limited time on this Facebook Live, so get those questions in now. This heavy snow is going to continue over the next several hours, and I think now through about noon is when we are going to see the heaviest snow. Good morning to you, Russ. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, heavy snow out there right now in Naples, temperature of 29 degrees. Look at those roads. Cars hopefully taking it slow. Look at that. Nice little plow moving through, it looks like. But yeah, heavy snow out there right now. And I think through about noon is when we are going to see the heaviest of snowfall across the state. So yeah, if you can avoid the roads, absolutely do so. It's nice that it's on the weekend on a Saturday. There's really not too much in the way of problems in terms of, hopefully, obviously there's no school, but most people hopefully can just take the day off. If they have to work, maybe work from home, because yeah, this is not a good look out there. And a winter storm warning now through 7 o'clock for most areas. Bangor down through the mid coast over towards Portland, Portsmouth, up through Freiburg, Augusta, Lewiston. Most areas are now really looking at a winter storm warning and a winter weather advisory up towards areas in the mountains. That's where we are going to see less in the way of snow. But notice it goes from a winter storm warning to nothing up towards the north of Bangor. There's going to be a very sharp cutoff with this storm, and areas north of Bangor over towards Holton, up towards Caribou, Fort Kent. Of course, they usually see the heaviest of snowfall, but going to be the opposite this time. They are going to see much lighter accumulations. And as we look at the satellite and radar right now, we have heavy snow across most areas. If you're in Portland right now, you're looking at heavy snow. Augusta, Lewiston, over towards New Hampshire, Vermont as well. Bangor, just north of Bangor, is where that cutoff is, though. Let's zoom in a little bit closer to a couple spots. And we are looking at a nice little band of snow right now from Rangeley over towards Skowhegan, Belfast. And let me point this out. You can see where the darker blues are located, even another one just south of Augusta right now. So you can see where the heaviest of snowfall is right now. Of course, that's going to change on average over the next couple hours. And then as we head into the evening, that's when things are really going to calm down across the state. Over towards Portland, Sanford, Freiburg, Lewiston, you're still looking at the heavy snow right now. It looks like some heavy snow continuing into the Portland area right now. But let's zoom out a little bit more, and you can see that the back edge is now moving through Buffalo. But that's still a lot of snow to get through over the next several hours through. I think most of the snow is going to move out as we head through about 3 or 4 o'clock. I'm going to try and get to some of the comments. That's why I'm going through this a little bit quick, because I want to talk to you guys. Have another cut-in coming up in just a little bit. Temperatures right now running around 30, 32 degrees. Actually, right around 32 exactly for pretty much the entire coastline. 32 Rockland down through Sanford right now. So the snow has a little bit of a sticky component to it. It's not a super wet snow, but it's also not a dry, fluffy snow. And trust me, if this was a dry, fluffy snow, we'd be talking about plenty more snow. So, maybe it's not a horrible thing. It might be heavier to shovel, unfortunately, but I also think in terms of accumulation, if it was a drier snow, it would be a lot more. Winds, they are picking up. Winds sustained now 10 to 20 miles per hour, strongest along the coastline. We have a couple gusts out there, 29 Rockland over towards Portsmouth right now. They are gusting upwards of 23. So nobody is looking at blizzard criteria right now. You need a quarter-mile visibility. You need quarter-mile visibility, winds gusting upwards of 35 miles per hour. And the reason there hasn't been a blizzard warning, and the reason there will not be a blizzard warning for some parts of the coastline, is just simply because we don't meet the criteria of the 3 hours. You need 3 hours of that to officially have a blizzard. But, say you have an hour of it, that's blizzard conditions. It doesn't have the full criteria of a blizzard, and that is going to be the case. But we are going to see near blizzard conditions today, if not surpassing that as we head through the next couple hours as the steadiest snowfall moves in. So Wiscasset right now, 1/4 mile visibility. Freiburg as well, a 1/2 mile over towards Portland, 3/4 of a mile Sanford over through Portsmouth right now. So the heaviest of snow is going to generally be confined to this area as we head into the afternoon, at least in terms of our, coverage area. That's where the heaviest of snowfall is going to fall as we head through the next couple hours. And we're already looking at a good amount of accumulation. I actually want to go through, I was taking a quick look. I did not have time, to be honest, to make a graphic of showing how much people have had, but I'm going to, call out a couple of our Facebook weather watchers. Gregory and Hollis Center, 5.5 inches. And this is over the past half hour to hour. Heidi and Porter, 6.8. Richard and Lisbon, 5. And Mike up towards North Sebago Lake, 7 inches of snow. So, yeah, we're already looking at 4 to 8 inches, and we have several more inches on the way. The winter storm for today, heavy snow, strong winds as we head through the afternoon, and this will end later on this evening. So we're looking at treacherous roads, scattered power outages as well. And that's going to continue again over the next couple hours. So heavy snow around 9 o'clock, and then snow and wind as we head into the afternoon, 12, 1 o'clock. By the time we get to about 3 to 5 p.m., that's when things are going to slow down and, eventually end by the time 5, 6 o'clock comes across the state. Travel impacts for today, morning and midday, absolutely awful. It really doesn't get much better and much worse, I should say, than this. Through the afternoon, moderate to high impact, and even during the evening, while it is going to slow down, it is still going to be slick. I want to pull up this comment because this is legitimately my number one thing with snowstorms. You don't want to follow the Weather Channel apps. And Paul, I'm not, by no means calling you out, but it's almost like a lesson in terms of why we do not follow weather apps. I mean, the weather apps just do not do a good job. Essentially, they are, taking your location. You don't have an actual meteorologist forecasting your town. This is just completely computer generated, and they don't put into account anything in terms of how wet, how dry the snow is going to be, the driving snow. There's so many factors that go into our forecast. There's a lot of things that we look at when we make these forecasts, and the Weather Channel apps, they just do not do a good job, especially in these storms. So the Weather Channel app might say 3 to 5 inches, but yeah, you're going to see more than that pretty much everywhere. So weather apps are not a good tool when it comes to these snowstorms. Here comes the snow throughout the morning hours, 10 o'clock, still looking at heavy snow. Augusta, Berlin, Portland, Rockland, the mid-coast down through York County, and then 12 o'clock, still looking at the heavy snow. Starting to lighten up, though, up towards Rangeley, Greenville, Bangor as well. And then by the time we get to 3, 4 o'clock, that's when things will start to lighten up. We're looking at snow showers, and then it will eventually end by this evening. But don't think just because it's gone by 7 o'clock that the roads are going to be fine. This is going to be an all-night thing. The plows are going to be out all night. You might get woken up to the beeping noises from the plows throughout the overnight period. All right, winds gusting upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour, especially coastal York and coastal Cumberland counties up through the mid-coast. That's where the strongest winds will be. So again, we could see blizzard criteria through the afternoon, but as that storm moves away, eventually we are going to lighten up those winds. 10 to 14 inches of snow. Really the Portland area off to the north and west. Freiburg, Sanford, almost all of York County. It could be right down towards the coast in York and Cumberland counties, maybe a little bit less. And I say that only because the snow is going to be a little bit stickier there. And up towards the north of Bangor, this is almost not even a snowstorm. 7-day forecast, heavy snow and windy for the daytime today, lightening up for tonight, sun and clouds through the day tomorrow. And then notice throughout much of the week, we are going to dry out. I'd be lying if I said that I put a lot of effort into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's forecast. Really didn't. I'll be totally honest with you guys. I'm really focused on this storm. I am going to go back to the snowfall map as I scroll through some of your guys' comments. I really only have about 3 minutes left. Ron is asking when it'll end. Most areas, it is going to end from about 2 p.m. up in the northern part of the state, Rangeley, Berwyn. And then by the time we get down towards the mid-coast, Portland, Portsmouth areas like that, it'll end around 4 or 5 p.m. Good morning to my dad. Steve, good morning to you. Teresa, good morning from Casco. 8 inches. Wow, that's impressive. Heavy snow in Portland right now. And yeah, I can confirm that. I actually just looked outside not too long ago. Bristol from Maureen coming in with 5 inches of snow. Yes, this is great idea. Good snowmaking weather and also good chicken pot pie weather, if you ask me. I agree. That sounds good. I'm ready for some chicken pot pie now. Wow. Oh, okay. That's impressive. Buddy, yeah, so you're asking what app. If you are just joining us, I was just talking about how the weather apps, they don't do a good job, especially in big storms like this. Any weather app, the Weather Channel app, it's good for some things. If it's a sunny day, yeah, it's not bad, of course. But when you have a blizzard, weather apps are not a good thing. You want to stay tuned to us on social media. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter. Follow Charlie and Christian and all of us here at WGME. But of course, tune in online and on air as well. We're going to give you a much better forecast if you ask me. And I don't think anybody can convince me otherwise. Nothing in Lee, according to Chuck. All right. All stores closed. Oh, wow. All stores are closed. Interesting. Yes, charge those phones. You honestly never know if you're going to lose power. The winds are going to pick up over the next couple hours. Jonesboro looking at heavy snow right now, half an inch to around an inch already. 1,300 Mainers are without power. Yeah, I was just looking at CMP, and they are looking at some issues right now, which is, of course, is expected. And Teresa, it's strong in J. Yeah, it is coming down quite hard across much of the state. 7 inches over towards Whitefield, Maine, according to Tina. And again, this is going to continue as we head over the next several hours. And 9 inches in Winthrop, according to Jamie. This is, pretty intense. We already have 5 to 9 inches in some areas of the state. Tommy coming in with Tammy coming in with around 6 to 8 inches. Farmington has 8 inches right now, according to Frank. Thank you guys so much for all these reports. Hallwell coming in over around 6 inches or more. And then we have Carroll coming in around 6 inches as well. New Gloucester, 6 inches. Wow, you guys, thank you so much for all these reports. I cannot thank you guys enough. It actually helps me out too in terms of forecasting. Kathy is saying that Lewiston has 5 inches. Amy, 8 inches in Augusta. Wow, this is wild. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I can't thank you guys enough. Good thing. What does this one say? Catherine, good thing we have enough snow to keep the milk and adult drinks cold. There you go. Stick the adult drinks in the snow. That's a good idea. Peggy, Lisbon, around 6 inches of snow. All right, I'm going to be back around 11, 12 o'clock. I'll give you guys an update. I think I'll have more time on that one, but yeah, I got to get going. I have Ben in my ear. He's saying, hey, listen, you got to wrap up. I got about 3 minutes before I have to head on. So hop on air, and I will talk to you guys there. All right, everybody.